Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit, and today we're going to talk about what to do if your eBay sales die. And I know you've been dealing with this lately, so we're going to go into a personal story of how you were able to turn things around. And real quick, before we get into the 4 tips that we're going to share for every eBay seller out there who's going to eventually go through slow sales, you feel like it's all going to end, you feel like your eBay business is dying, let's talk a little bit about what happened with you. Just kind of give like a little bit of a teaser, because you had gotten to the point where your sales were down, what, like almost like 30, 40, 50%, something?
Yeah, 50% down this past 6 months. It's been tough.
Wow. And I know you've been busy. You've had a lot of stuff going on in your personal life. And what was able to happen over the last couple of weeks?
I was able to start turning that around, and I'm starting to climb back up now, and it's starting to look better.
He's being humble. We were just having lunch, and we were shooting a couple of videos, and when he got upstairs, he's like, my eBay sales are on fire, because the cha-ching went off on his phone. So he's pretty amped up. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you've been going through slow sales, maybe for a variety of reasons, maybe you've been really busy like Vinny, maybe you haven't been listing as much, maybe you've had some personal issues, or maybe you've been busting your butt and sales are still down, we're going to cover 4 things that you can do. Let's start with the first thing right here. You had mentioned promoted listings. Let's talk about the importance of promoted listings when your sales are really slow.
So promoted listings is basically eBay's way to say, pay us for some ad space. So basically what you would do is you'd put an item under a promoted listing and you'd give eBay a kickback, whether that be 3 to 5%, you choose. They suggest a percentage that they would like, but you can choose what percentage you want. And when you promote your item, it gets higher on a lot of the algorithm search bars. Yeah. So what they're basically doing is you're giving a little piece of the pie to them to get your items in front of the right potential buyers.
So how does somebody promote an item?
So what you would do is you go onto your eBay and you go under the promotion sales category, and then you click on promote listings, and then you can go and click which listings. So you could, what I would like to tell people is to go to your stale listings probably first and promote those and check them out and see, like, these items have no heat going on them, nothing's selling. Try it with those first.
So how do you know what doesn't have heat and what does have heat?
Well, they have metrics on eBay. When you own a business store from them, a subscription, and you're a business seller, they give you metrics and specifics and stuff like that. And there's click-through rates, there's impressions. An impression is basically when people are seeing and clicking on your item.
Or they scroll right through it.
And you want to see if those numbers are up or down. And I was looking at mine, and mine they were down a lot.
So when you're doing the promoted listings, I know there's multiple ways that you can promote. How are you doing that? And what are you doing, cost per click? Are you letting eBay just run it? What are you doing?
I'm giving a percentage to, I did this on some items, not all. I don't suggest doing it on all your items, because some of your items are going to be popular. They're going to sell on their own. Maybe some of the slower stuff, what I did was I gave them 3 to 5% depending on which category and item they were.
And they recommend?
Yeah, they recommend the percentage.
So you're going below or above?
I'm either at or a little bit above.
Okay.
Immediately after I did the promoted listings, about 3 or 4 of the items that I promoted popped within the next 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of started it, and maybe the algorithm started pushing my items a little bit higher on some searches.
Yeah, and I think this is the way things are going to be going. I mean, this has happened with Amazon now. For anyone who sells like a private label product, you have your own brand. If you don't pay, you ain't playing. You ain't selling for the most part. And I think eBay is kind of going towards that direction as well, where you have to spend money to make money. You know, I know you can sell lots of items organically, but if your sales are slow, check out the promoted listings. I've got a video on my channel where I dive deep into that, but check out the promoted listings. Number 2, I want to talk about this one. That's running sales. Now, it might sound counterintuitive because you're not selling items. You want to make as much money as possible. Items are not flipping like you want, and you're like, man, my sales used to be at 5,000, now it's at 2,500. You know, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna run sales because I need as much money as possible. But you know, one of the things about eBay is the algorithm it picks up on how much you're listing, how much you're selling, how much traffic's coming through. If you're not moving items and it's slowing down, the algorithm almost kind of like pushes you aside and like, I'm gonna mess with the sellers who are moving things and getting things out the door and creating a good experience. So run sales. You could experiment with 10% off. I've gone up to 30% sometimes. You can pick and choose individual items. You can discount your whole entire store. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole separate video on topic that you can say about running sales and stuff like that. But just real quick, what I like to do is when I have stale stuff or I'm trying to gain more heat and more attraction on my eBay. I call it heat, but basically what I'm saying by heat is like more views, more people looking, more sales conversions. Like that's what I want. I want more people looking because then the more people are looking, the more sales I get. So if I have stale moments, sometimes I'll go on and I'll run 30% off sales on most of my items that have been over 2 months on my eBay. Even if it's a new item that I just picked up a couple months ago, it's only had a couple months, I'll still even run a sale on that. It does work out pretty well. It gives you a sales boost. It gives you more confidence. It's like a snowball effect kind of. You're seeing sales come in. You're more confident.
Yeah.
I was in a dark state 2 weeks ago saying like, is this it? Is my eBay done? Because it just kept going like this, guys. It just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, I thought I'm doing the right things. But yeah, so I did the promotions and I ran sales. So that's.
Why did you stop running promoted listings and stop running sales?
I did it back when things were selling organically anyways, and I wouldn't suggest it if you are getting good traffic right now. You don't have to do that. You don't have to give away more and take less out of your pocket.
People do waste a lot of money with promoted listings. Sometimes you don't need to. Like if you have a hot item, like sometimes they recommend giving away like 9%.
Yeah, if I have a Nintendo Switch, I'm not gonna promote that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So sometimes I run sales either when I have stale items that I want to, or my inventory's piling up and I kind of want to rid myself of some stuff, maybe some bigger stuff.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I don't run sales all the time.
Number 3, and I think this is the number one thing that everybody needs to do if your sales are slow. And I've done a lot of coaching with people. I'm friends with Vinny. We always talk about things and whatnot. And when most of the time when people's sales slow down, like 99% of the time, they'll blame eBay, they'll blame their product, or maybe they'll second guess like, oh my God, does toys even work? But the deeper you dive into it, typically it comes down to just one of two things. One, you're not listing enough, right? Or two, you're listing items that aren't quality anymore. And that's why you have to balance out going to the thrift stores, which we're going to talk about, or garage sales, or however you source, and finding like high quality, in-demand items, which we're going to talk about in number 4. And also making sure that you're listing regularly, because if you're not listing regularly, like you were saying, that the eBay algorithm really punishes you. Yeah.
So I would equate this to fishing. The more times you throw your line in the water, the more chances you are to catch a fish. eBay is the same thing. It's a big giant ocean with buyers as fish, and you're the seller with the rods and the lure. So the more you throw out there, the more sales you're going to get. It may seem counterintuitive, like, oh, things aren't going well, I shouldn't list items while they're not going well, I'll wait till times get better. But no, it's the opposite. Because eBay wants to see, like, are you resilient? Are you going to keep the momentum going?
Yeah.
And once you stop, and that's kind of what happened to me, is like I ran into a couple, I got super busy, my listings went down, and I think it was eBay's algorithm, their little robot.
They said, you're a bad little worker, B. We're not going to show your
robot, they're
items.
like, wait a second, performance is down. There's not as many clicks, there's not as many views, there's not as many impressions. Let's just kick this guy to the side until he's ready to come back.
It sounds crazy, right? It makes sense to me, because what's the ultimate goal of eBay? eBay's ultimate goal is to create a really great experience for their customers and sell as many products as possible. There's tons of people selling items. And if you go on eBay, a lot of times there's like 10, 20, 30 more sellers selling like one item, right? So they're going to reward the sellers who have the best click-through rates. People, they go, they land on it, they buy, right? How many impressions do you have versus how many impressions do you have, which is they first see your listing, versus say you have 1,000 impressions. Let's just say I get 10 clicks and Vinny gets 8 clicks. I already won. Like I already won over you. And then, but what if out of my 8 clicks, I only get 1 buy, right? But maybe you got like 4 buys out of it. Like that's the ultimate thing, is how many purchase at the end of the day. So like they're taking into consideration all of these things, and it goes deep, deep It goes deeper than we know.
Yeah, and they don't have a human paying attention to this, so it's all a robot and an algorithm that kind of does it. And I mean, that's just how it works. I mean, how else are you going to make it work? Their business, they want to push their most stuff, and they want active sellers. Like, they're going to push active sellers. So active sellers means like you're listing every single week. There's items going up there. You have to be an active seller. These are people who want to take this seriously and change their store around.
And that's why I think one of the things that you do really well is you run auctions. So you run a mix of auctions and fixed price with best offers. And I think that's really great because the auctions, you start it a bit lower, so there's a higher chance. And people like to bid. They like to kind of play that game.
Yeah.
So like you have more people coming in, more impressions with the auctions. And then you have the buy now, the fixed price with the best offer. You get a higher price. You're getting views that way.
And that brings us to our next point of the 4 tips is like smarter purchases. Like, know your audience, you know what's hot. You know, let's say you normally pick up this DVD you know that sells, but it takes 6 months and you make $10. Or you see this other thing that can sell right now. It's got a lot of views, a lot of purchases.
New York Knicks Apex 1 jacket.
But you're only gonna make $6. When your sales are slow, it's okay to grab those because those are fast sales with a lot of views.
It's gonna boost you in the algorithm.
Yeah, smarter purchases. Maybe not spending as much for items that aren't as good. You know,
I get it. Makes sense.
Don't take a chance on that electronic thing because you can't afford to spend $25 on a PS3 that maybe doesn't work or does work. So that's that's the best advice is like start paying attention to where your money's going and put your money towards the most popular items first. Like allocate your cash for the most popular ones first.
Yeah, and run those heavy sales when things get really slow. Run those promoted listings. Don't trick yourself and think things are slow now. I should slow down on buying and slow down on listing. No. If you have a death pile, attack that death pile. List as much as you possibly can. If you want to keep your prices competitive, keep your prices competitive and play around and experiment with different sale prices and promoted listings. I mean, this all comes into play. But at the end of the day, when you sell on eBay, you're always going to have slow sales. It's a mind game. That's why they say like success is psychological, like it's mental because it's up and down. It's the same with like having a YouTube channel, selling on Amazon, like any business, there's ups and downs, returns, there's hot months, there's slow times. I mean, so we have talks about this all the time.
But that's what this video is about. There are things you can do to try to turn that around.
Yeah.
And what happened with me, and I'll share my personal experience this past couple months, is my birthday was in May. I went on vacation for a couple weeks. The weather started getting nice out here, so I was going on more hikes and spending time outside with friends and trying to get more exercise and stuff like that. And I wasn't listing as much. I was maybe listing 15 to 20 items a week.
Oh, man.
Before this, I was at 30 to 40 every week. So I was listing in half of what I was doing before. And then all of a sudden, my sales started dying, and I'm sitting there like, oh, it's the economy, people aren't buying the stuff. And while all these things may be true, having that negative mindset did not help me get out of it. It was like, okay, things are happening. What can I do to change that? So then I started diving into the promoted listings. I ran some sales, and then an opportunity came up at an auction. I saw they were having a local auction. They had some Dungeon and Dragon stuff. They had some vintage magazines. They had some vintage toys. And I'm like, oh my God, this is my bread and butter.
Yeah.
But when sales are slow, I shouldn't be out buying stuff. But then I thought to myself, these are hot items. These are things that are popular, that are hard to come. Dungeons and Dragons, they had about 20 of those books. I brought it up to my friends, like, what do you think I should do? My sales are slow. Financially, I'm going downhill, not uphill. Should I go to this auction? And, everyone else was like, no, don't go. And I remember you said, like, do what's best for you. Do what you think is best for you. And I thought about, like, what's best for me is to go buy the items that I know are popular and hot and that people want no matter what time of year, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and to extract the learnings from that, you have to know yourself, know thyself, they say. Like, you've been running this business for 4 or 5 years now. Like, you understand it. You understand the power of, like, Dungeons and Dragons are so hot. Like, God only knows how many impressions you got on that. So like you brought all this, as he likes to say, you bring in heat to your store. Because when you bring heat to your store, some of those people click on other items, but you're warming up the algorithm, right? In a sense, right? It's like foreplay.
And then what I said was like, I'm going to this auction. I spent a lot of money at this auction, maybe $500 I spent at it on the items I was getting. And I was like, none of this is gonna go in a death pile. All of this money I spent, I'm gonna spend the next 2 weeks and get it all listed. And that's what I did. I got it all listed. I did 50 items last week, and I'm 50 items the week before that. And
nice.
I just had a $800 day yesterday. My eBay's been going off today. It's gonna keep going off. So it turned it around because I knew the hot items things that were sale or even stale on my eBay were even starting to pop now. So out of nowhere, it just happened.
The algorithm gave you love.
I personally think it was true.
So yeah, if you're going through tough times right now, hopefully these tips help. Of course, at the core, you definitely want to make sure that you have good titles, great pictures, make sure they have good descriptions, make sure you're shipping your items on time, that you have good feedback, because the algorithm takes all this into consideration as well. But if you enjoyed this video, do us a big favor and smash that like button. Leave a comment if you have any more tips. If you want to learn more about selling on eBay, if you want to learn more about toys, I'll put some links down below to some of Vinny's guides that he's created, which are really helpful. We get tons of comments on this channel all the time. Praising your guides, praising your videos. Maybe one day we'll get you to start a YouTube channel up, but a lot of people don't realize how much time it takes to edit the videos and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So Vinny just really likes to, he doesn't shut up about toys. So he loves coming on this channel, loves talking, and I enjoy, sharing and hearing and learning as well. So any final words?
Yeah, just keep your head up, guys. If things get tough, just fight through it and go back to your original bread and butters. Stick to the things you know are hot, and you can turn your sales around. Like, I'm starting to do it now. We can give an update in a couple months, but I'm aiming to change it big time.
Yeah, so with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.